Well, here's somebody wanted to know how I built this sawmill. Said I was too close to the video when I was taking it. So here's what it looks like from a little bit, standing back there a little bit. This is the idle side there with the idler pulley, and here's the scale I made out of a piece of metal. This is 1 inch, and then 1.5 inches, and then these are just inch marks, and this is one I bought, and this is about 1 1/8 inches, 4x4. It says right up at the top. And here's the mechanism for the loosen the blade. Just put it down like that, and of course, I told in the other video I had this Ford Ranger axle here, and I put this pulley on it. This is just a washer, and there's like a like a ring goes on it on the rear end. I just cut the washer out and shoved it in there and bolted it on so the pulley wouldn't come off. And these are spacers, pillow block bearings, steel tubes. I forget what size they were, 2.5 inch, I think. I ran across to go all the way over to here. And this is how you adjust the idler wheel. You just these are some square tubing, and it slides on this square tubing, and this bolt here holds it or loosens it. You have to kind of push it that way to unloosen it. And this is the what do you call it, blade guide bearing. This is the back side right there, guides the bearing here. It's just a 2-inch tube, or it's not a bar, it's actually a solid steel bar, and it slides inside of a square tube. And that's about all there is to that. Here's the saw guides I made. They seem to work pretty good. And this is a limb I cut off of a tree yesterday up in the woods. It's just a limb. It's like 18 inches in diameter. Just part of the limb. Trunk is probably 40 inches in diameter. It's a red oak. And you can check out the wood. You can check out the rings here. I don't know if you can see them through the video or not, but they're all pretty close together. They're probably like a, I don't know, 1/8 inch or less, especially down at the beginning here. So it's a pretty old tree. I don't know, 150, 250-year-old limb right there, I'd say. But I'm going to cut this up today. And this is, I bolted the whole sawmill together pretty much. And this is just angle iron, I made it from mostly just scrap, and this is laying around, and this is an 1.25 inch by about 1/4 inch angle iron going across there. And it's a little on the weak side. I bent one, but luckily I was, all I had to do, I had some laying around, and I just unbolted it and put another one in. Had a big poplar log on there, big one. And if I ever flip them, I'm going to have to, if I get a big log on there, I have to figure out some way to flip them, because I won't be able to flip them if they can't flip. I don't believe. If I do, it'd be just too much work. So anyway, it's a little bit of a video here I'm making of it, and these are 27-inch trailer wheels I put on here. I'll show you. I got an axle. These are the tools I use. Just got to have a lot of drill bits, This is a drill I built it with, the sawmill. An old drill bit. And some cut off these whatever you call these things there, reciprocating saw. I wore this one out. This is a Ford Ranger trailer axle that I used on the other side, and this is where the ring that I cut the washer in snaps into, and the set screws just go in it in these splines there. And let's see, I guess to build a sawmill you'd have to have one of these things here, these angle grinders, and probably a saw and a drill and some drill bits, and maybe a little 110 welder. I did do a little welding right here that I bought. And the motor, I bought a brand new Honda motor I put on there, 24 horsepower. So if you could save a lot of money if you can get a motor for free or something, you know, like that was about the most expensive part. So, and this is how I drag them up on the. Well, actually, this log here rolled down the mountain and took out my other post there on my tent. I had to. Luckily, I got some wood laying around. I got wood piled up all over the place now, and I'll put a big heavy post in there, hardwood, you know, so if it rolls down the mountain here, it won't do so much damage. But yeah, I got wood laying over here. Got wood. I made this table out of some ash that was got me a drawer here. Need a lot of bolts and nuts to build it with. I got buying by the pound there at TSC. That's where I got most of mine at. I go down there and buy them. All in all, it's not too bad of a setup. So probably, if you don't count the motor and the trailer wheels, I probably got around, and not counting the tent I built and all the drill bits. I bought a lot of different type drill bits. I found the best kind to use are those, I think they're called M7s or something like that. Can't hardly break those. I don't think I broke any of those. They're 3/8. That's what I built just about all the whole mill with, pretty much so. But, you know, if you had a bigger drill maybe. Oh, I had to buy a bigger drill too. I forget where it's at. Oh, it's right there, one of the cheapos there. For bigger 1-inch drills that I used. Bolted this, that right there. Clamp down your logs and stuff. And let's see, and then I bought the winch here on Amazon, super winch to raise the head up and down. And it's kind of fabricated. How is it fabricated? Let's see. Oh, yeah, here it is. Okay, it goes up like that. I put a. There's probably a better way a person could put it up there, but you know, I just did it like that. But it works. And anyway, this is kind of the way I did it, but I was just putting it together as I went. I didn't really have any plans, or just using the stuff I had laying around, you know, pretty much. So I bought a little bit of steel. May not be a, you know, professional job, but I didn't even know what I was doing when I started. I bought these wheels. I think they were like $6 a piece. It's good for 600 pounds, you know, big wheel deals. And this is just some angle iron I bolted on this angle iron. This is probably a little light. I think it was 3/8 by 3x3 angle iron. I forget what this was. Probably 3/8 by inch. Same here. But anyway, I'm going to cut this log up today, and I'll show you what it looks like in a little while.